Nicholas Ganger, and any way you slice it, I'm going to dice it up for you today. Here on June 18th, a beautiful Tuesday, and all you Boston Celtic fans out there are probably hungover or still pumped up after the last night's win. They are the champions, and that's what I want to ask you today. How can you build your champion mindset? Because you're not a champion by just showing up. You actually have to win. And sometimes before you win, you're going to lose. And maybe you're going to lose more than once. Hence these Celtics from last night, they last couple of years they're on the brink of maybe possibly winning the championship, but they lost and they hurt. And I'm sure most of you watched it. And when you watched it, you were pissed and you made excuses and you blamed. Well, guess what? Those people you blamed, they came back again and again and worked hard and worked on their craft, and they knew one day they were going to get there. They knew by putting the time and the energy and the effort in, they were going to get there one day and be the best and be the champs. So do you have that within yourself? When you fail, are you able to come back again and again and work on those miscues, work on their weaknesses, and come back and win and be a champ? Because not everyone are champions, not everyone wins, but you can if you keep pushing forward and if you keep practicing at your craft and becoming better and better every single day. Because we have this opportunity every single day because you are here today, still alive and breathing. So you have this opportunity to do great things. You have the opportunity to build your own champion mindset by coming back again and again, no matter what happens. If you keep working hard, no matter what the odds are, no matter how awful you might feel today, if you can still grind and still wake up and still work hard and put that time and effort in, you will build your own champion mindset and you will win. The taste of success, the taste of victory is very, very sweet, especially when people doubt you, especially when people try to bring you down along the way, especially when people say you can't do that, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not resourceful enough, you're not creative enough, you don't have enough money to start that business, whatever it is. Whatever people say to you so to make sure that you can't get where you want to go because they're miserable in their own life. They're depressed in their own life. So they don't want to see you succeed. So they want to bring you down. Sometimes those people are family members, are friends. Those are people that don't want to see you do well because they're pissed off with their own situation. So they don't want to see you succeed. So you have to block out those noises. I'm sure a lot of those players in the Boston Celtics last night that won a couple years ago and last year when they lost, they heard the critics. They heard the critics. They heard, people shitting on them day in, day out on the talk show radios, people calling into those radio shows, what have you. They heard it. They read those words in the newspapers or online, right? They saw those things, and what did they do? They probably used those things as fuel, as motivation to keep coming back again and again. Or they said, "Screw those people. They don't matter to me because I know what I have to do. I know how great I am. I want to put this work in today and tomorrow, especially when no one's watching." Right? They're gonna wake up early and they're gonna put the time in and work in when no one's watching. Right? That's when you see that improvement. You're not, excuse me, you're not trying to, you know, be great and prove people right in that moment. You're gonna be great when no one's watching. You're gonna be great and do the things that are necessary when no one's watching. 'Cause that's when you start making those leaps. That's when you start making those steps, taking those steps and becoming better and better when no one is watching, when no one is saying, "Hey, good job." No, you're going to make those necessary adjustments. You're going to make those improvements. You're going to work on your craft. You're going to, you're going to read a few more pages. You're going to make a few more calls. You're going to do a little more exercise. You're going to do a few more reps. You're going to do whatever it takes in the moment to succeed and to win that particular day. So coming back again and again, no matter what the odds are, no matter what the odds are. Not everyone's going to be a champ, right? You can look at you can use a lot of sports analogies along the way. Basketball, football, baseball, whatever have you, right? Classic example. You know, Michael Jordan. How many times did he win a championship? 6 times. There was a lot of great players that didn't win in his era, but there were still great players. Were they champions? Were they NBA champions? There were still awesome players. Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. Were they champions? No. Hall of Famers, great players. Tom Brady won a shitload of Super Bowls, right? How many players didn't win Super Bowls during those eras? There were still great players. Dan Marino, was he a scrub? No, he wasn't a champion. So guess what? You can be great at what you do. You can be awesome at what you do, but you never reach that summit. You never reach that mountaintop, and you're never a champ in that particular area. Why? Did you give up? Did you stop right before you got there? I guarantee you, if you want something bad enough in this life, and you dedicate your time and effort and become disciplined and provide and build your own schedule, you know build your own structure and stick to it day in and day out and work towards that one thing you really, really, truly care about, you will achieve that. You will achieve that. There's absolutely no one and nothing stopping you. Nothing. But yourself and the choice of stopping. We all have this 24-hour window. Every single day we have these same 24 hours. And there's a slice of that day that is yours. A slice of that day is dedicated for you. You gotta work. You gotta put food on the table. Sometimes, you're working 10 hours, 12 hours, you're working 2 jobs. I know. I've done it. You still gotta, have family and time for your loved ones. I know. But there's a slice of that day. There's a slice of every single day that you can use to become better. That you can use to become a champ. To build that mindset. Having the will to win, having the will to succeed. It's a mindset. And that mindset is staying positive day in and day out, and keeping that fire burning inside. It's not easy. It fades. But if you can wake up and have that structure and have that routine, that daily routine, practicing those small steps day in and day out, being disciplined and continually doing that over the long haul, you are going to get exactly where you want. You're going to get out of this life exactly what you want out of this life and live your best life experience. 'Cause that's what it's all about. You're here to create the life you want. And you will have the life you want if you work for it. If you and work towards your goals and dreams, you will have that. There's absolutely no one stopping you from obtaining those goals and dreams, except for yourself, except for your choices. The sacrifices will have to be made along the way. You're not going to get there without making some sacrifices. So today, tomorrow, the next day, now that summer's approaching, it's going to be easier just to relax a bit more. It's going to be easier just to sit by the pool a bit more. I know it's going to be hot. You're going to want to sit by the pool. Well, go in the pool, do some laps. Go in the pool and try swimming for a good 15, 20 minutes. Do some laps back and forth. Exercise. You can relax and get better at the same time. You can relax by the pool and read and write. You can relax by the pool and make those sales calls. You can still be getting things done under the sun. There's nothing going to stop you in this world but yourself. I can't hammer that point enough. Becoming a champion. Becoming a champion at something You're going to have to put the work in when someone else doesn't. You're going to have to be disciplined when things and people want you to do other things. You're going to have to say, no, I got to do this today. No, I'm going to go to the gym first. No, I need to work in the morning. No, I need to finish this book. No, I need to finish making these calls before I leave. Sometimes you got to skip lunch breaks. Sometimes you got to stay a little later at work. Sometimes you got to wake up a little earlier. Being a champion, you're going to have to make some sacrifices along the way. Staying disciplined along the way. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. But I know you have it within inside of you. I know you have it within inside of you because the great Les Brown always said, you have greatness within you. And I truly believe that. We all do. It's about tapping into it and believing in yourself, especially when no one else is believing in you. That's the hardest thing. Sometimes we look for affirmation and, we want people to help motivate us to do great things. Tell us, oh, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep it up. You have to keep telling yourself those things. If you screw up and you make a mistake, you have to try again. If you screw up and you don't feel like you're going to be able to accomplish this job, this task at hand, you have to convince yourself, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the right adjustment and I'm going to come back. I'm going to succeed. Nothing is impossible. It may seem that way at certain points because you haven't succeeded yet, because you haven't made it possible yet. Quitting can be the easiest thing. Winning is not easy. Winning is going to take some dedication and some determination, some willpower, refusing to give up, and telling yourself, I'm better than this. I'm going to succeed at this. I'm going to reach the summit. When your body tells you, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm breaking down. I'm tired. My foot hurts. I don't feel like I can walk anymore. I'm hungry. I got a headache. But the winner's mentality, the championship mindset, tells you to push through. The pain is temporary. To continue on and come back again tomorrow to do it again. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Congratulations to those Boston Celtics, all you Boston Celtic fans out there. Full disclosure, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. Back in the day when Jordan was the best in the 80s, that's when I started liking the Bulls. I never stopped, but I do appreciate the Celtics winning it because they are the champs and they deserve it. So thank you again for joining me today. Hopefully I see you soon. Take care.